everyone, my name is Dax, and today I will show you how I restored this awesome IBM keyboard. So first of all, I'd like to thank the 8-Bit Guy. It's a YouTuber I love. I love his channel. He restores a bunch of keyboards, he restores a bunch of Apple II computers, Commodore 64, any old technology, and he does great tips and tricks on any of those devices and wireless, and basically check out this channel. It's amazing. So I'd like to thank him on showing me how to actually do this, and you will follow me to see the before and after of this keyboard, how I did it. So have fun. So this is how it looked before. It was pretty sticky and very dirty. It wasn't very cool to touch. I don't know where it came from, but ugh. In the keyboard's defense, I found it in the trash. So yeah, I guess that's where the stickiness comes from. But interesting, the J key wasn't seem to be used a lot. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it needed a good clean. So this particular keyboard was made in 1988, and it's a 401 model, which is the most common in North America. It came with a sturdy and detachable cable. As you may have guessed, the first step is to remove all the keys. So you just pry them out with a flathead screwdriver, and they're being held by two plastic pins. So you may realize that this may take a while, so for your convenience, I kinda sped things up a bit. Oh, I assure you, this is my actual speed. Yeah, totally my actual speed. There we go, all done. Alright, so when everything is done, you can see that it's not so bad. There's a lot of dust, but I was expecting worse considering the condition of the keys. By the way, try not to lose them when you take them out. Next, I poured some hot water and soap, and I basically just dumped all the keys in. Hopefully, in about 10 minutes, the gunk would be kinda easier to clean. Next, I took each and every one of those keys and brushed them off as best as I could. So basically I removed the cap, brushed the key, and so on for the hundreds of keys that there are on the keyboard. Finally, I just rinsed them off and spread them out on paper towel to let them dry. While they were drying though, I started preparing the retrobrite treatment. I first learned of the retrobrite treatment from the 8-Bit Guy. However, it seems to be a well-known method of removing all the yellow from old plastic, usually from Commodore 64 or Apple II's computer. But after cleaning them, I was surprised that not much yellowing was present. So I figured might as well do it because I had one bottle, but I wouldn't let it like for hours outside the sun. So the sun reacts with the hydrogen peroxide, and it helps eliminate all the yellowing present. Even though I didn't let it outside for very long, about 5 hours, but I made sure to shake everything up so that all the keys get an equal amount of exposure every hour. While this was under the sun, I used a socket screwdriver to remove the 4 screws on the back. The socket I use is a 732, so you see it fits the screw perfectly. With the cover off, you can see that it's pretty much dirty too, so I did the same treatment I did with the keys. There's no secret. Sponge, hot water, and a lot of patience, and eventually you'll get some pretty cool results. To get all in the cracks, nooks, and crannies, I used an old toothbrush, and I made sure that everything was pretty clean. I used a vacuum cleaner to try and remove the most dust I could from the keyboard. However, it didn't do a very good job. All the dust was very small and sticky in between all the keys. So instead, I tried to use a paper towel soaked with Windex and tried to remove as much as I could. And you can see that it's working pretty well. So I did this for every part that I could reach, and between the keys I used Q-tips soaked in Windex instead. Make sure that you don't lose any of those springs, they're pretty important for the mechanical keyboard. You can imagine that this took a little while, so again, for your convenience, I decided to speed up the process for you, but I'm pretty satisfied with the technique. There it is. So this is halfway done, and you can see that it's a huge difference compared to what it was before. And now it is fully done. I don't know if you can see, but it seems to be a little bit dirty even after the soap and brush treatment. So I use rubbing alcohol to try and remove those pesky marks. And after a while, it kind of worked, but I think it's permanent damage, unfortunately. And finally, it was time to put everything back together. So the tricky part here is to get the control board back to its original position. You can see I struggle here a bit. But there's two round pins. You just have to align them, and there we go, everything slides in. The rest is pretty easy. You just align everything and everything will just snap back in by itself. The whole thing is not holded by screw, but just little plastic pieces. And now the fun part of placing all the keys back. So I started with the keys, and at the end you'll see me placing all the keycaps back together and try to have it right the first time. As you can see, I had to restart the whole process. Alright, so you can see me now placing the last 3 keycaps, and I was pretty happy to be done. There we go, the last moment. So now we had to place the cover back. It's, again, pretty simple. You just align everything and it will just snap back into place. We just need to screw it back together and we're done. For the wire, I just soaked rubbing alcohol with a paper towel and I just rubbed everything. Finally, you can see the finished product. I'm pretty happy with the results, and you can see there's not much yellowing present on the keys, so I'm pretty satisfied overall. Alright, so I hope you liked it and that I showed you a trick or two. So again, thank you to the 8-bit guy. He's the one who inspired me to do this, and thank you for watching. Have a nice day.